Hello and welcome to the sunny south of France. Today I'm out on my balcony because we're going to practice the walking meditation, and I'm going to start just with a little bit of an introduction to this meditation, and then we're going to get into the practice. It's also a bit of a practice for me today in just being with whatever arises, because I can't see my screen right now. The sun is so bright. And I'm just kind of hoping that it records what I want it to record, that it kind of points at the right things. If it doesn't, I'll record you another one later on indoors. But I thought, enjoy the sunshine. It's January. We've had what seems like weeks of rain and cold, and today it's just glorious. The sun is warm, the birds are singing. And what better way to be in the present moment. So let's get into talking about the walking meditation. In our mindfulness practice so far, we remember that mindfulness is really ultimately just about being in the present moment, about cultivating awareness without judgment of what is here, whatever arises in the present moment. And through that awareness, all sorts of magical things happen in the brain and the body, and bring about, over time, a real improvement in our ability to immerse ourselves in the real richness of life, but also gives us this compassionate observer, this place we could call an anchor to observe the things that go on in life, the ups and the downs, the good and the bad, and it gives us a resilience, and even something that they call equanimity, an ability to just weather the storm, or an ability to truly enjoy what is here in every moment, and even maybe see difficulties as an opportunity, as a way of bringing new understanding about yourself, about the world, and about your own abilities. So, for a very simple meditation, the walking meditation really embraces all of those. It's a gateway into the present moment. It's a gateway into the body, the physical sensations of being. And this ties in with what we've already talked about in previous weeks, about that the way that the brain and the body are completely connected, sometimes, well, often, in ways that we are not even conscious of. There's things going on, the same things that keep us breathing without us actually having to think about it, the things that keep our body pumping blood, the things that keep us digesting, the things that regulate all the hormones and the neurochemicals that allow our body to function, and all those subtle adjustments that the body makes to the blood pressure, to the muscles, to the digestive system, to the respiratory system, and the cardiovascular system. All of that goes on without us even noticing, without us even thinking or doing it for ourselves. Thank goodness. Imagine if we had to think about that all the time. We wouldn't have any space left over to enjoy a cup of tea. So mindfulness, though, does allow us to be aware of what the body is doing, and that then gives us clues to what's going on. It gives us clues to the emotions that might be beneath the surface. It gives us clues to perhaps times that we might be stressed, but we didn't actually know we were stressed. We just know that we're feeling a little bit off or down or tired. And it also gives us a way to really enjoy also the pleasures that are in every moment that we might be so busy on autopilot that we never saw. So this meditation brings us into the body, in the present moment, through the physical sensations of walking, right? Now, let's get down to how, first of all, we practice this, because as you've already learned in mindfulness, the practice is yours to do with as you wish. The basic purpose of this meditation is being in the present moment, being with the physical sensations of movement changing as we move in the mechanics of walking. But you can do this meditation sitting down. I probably can't show you my hands on my knees, but if I put my hands here, you can imagine the process of walking your hands on a desk. That in itself is a movement that you can immerse yourself in. Or even, if you've not got much time or much space, even just practice the sensations of walking your fingers on your palm. That's a kind of mini way to do this meditation. So, as with all things, there's a very simple principle: being in the present moment, being aware of what's going on in the body. And with a bit of creative thinking, you can adapt this to your circumstances. Where can we carry out this practice if we actually want to do it walking? Well, I'm about to practice on my balcony. It's very small. Very small space. You can literally do this anywhere that you can take 2 steps forwards and turn around and then take 2 steps again. You could try this walking in the forest. If you're out for a lovely walk in the forest collecting wood, why not just take 10 mindful steps, and really for those 10 steps get into the physical sensations of walking. And there you've got an extra dimension. You've got a forest floor beneath your feet, and every step you take is a whole new experience. You could try this on the beach, if you're lucky enough to live in a region where there's a beach, and try this walking on the sand, and feel how it is in the body to walk step by step on wet sand, which might be more solid, or on dry sand that might move beneath the feet. You could try this on a tiled floor. Right now I'm on a warm balcony. If I tried this yesterday, it would have been a damp, wet, cold balcony. That would have been an interesting experience. You could try this on a carpeted floor. You could try this on a wooden floor, or on a concrete floor, or on a garden terrace. So the beauty about this meditation is it's one simple meditation, but you can adapt it to opening up a whole universe of different mindful sensations. The practice itself is just simple. You put one foot in front of the other, but we do it in a very mindful way. And this is the bit where my recording could go very well or very badly, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift my camera so that you can see my feet, and I'm going to show you how to carry out this meditation. Okay, so what you need to do is just going to see if I can work out what's behind me here. I literally cannot see a thing, so let's just hope. Okay, so hopefully you can see me standing on my balcony, and you can see my feet, and you can see that I've got one grey sock on my right foot, and I've got one stripy sock on my left foot. This is kind of in honour of my son, Ewan, who is my Zen master, and who taught me at the humble age of 2 years old that really you do not need to wear socks that match, and it's actually quite fun to wear different socks on different days on different feet. So what we're going to do first of all, whether you're sitting or whether you're standing, as we always do in a meditation, the first thing we do is we just check in with our body in the present moment. So unlike many meditations we do, we're not sitting down, or we're not going to close our eyes. And if you're feeling like you might need a little bit of extra stability, you've always got something maybe close by, a chair that you can lean on, or a balcony banister that you can lean on, or a wall to give you some support. You can adapt this, of course, if you're sitting down or if you're standing, to checking in with the contact with the chair and checking in with your posture. So this time we're going to come into awareness, not by closing our eyes or going deep into the breath. We're going to come into the present moment, into awareness, through the physical sensations of the body, checking in with the posture and what is in the body right now. So whether you're standing or whether you're sitting, checking in now with the sensations of sitting or the sensations of standing. It might be you've never done a meditation standing on your feet before, so bringing a certain beginner's mind to this and a certain curiosity. How does it feel to be standing on your feet? You could maybe even wiggle your toes, if that helps to bring awareness down into your feet. Once you've kind of found your feet, or you've found your hands on your desk, what we're going to do is we're going to use the breath. We're going to check out if there are any areas of tension in the muscles, because for this we want to be fairly relaxed. So using the breath and using the awareness, just checking in to see if the knees are relaxed, just checking in to see if the muscles of the abdomen are soft, checking in with the shoulders, checking in with the neck, and checking in with the jaw. Maybe also checking in with the hands, using the breath to breathe into all of these areas, using your mindful awareness. If you find any areas of tension or holding, using the breath, just breathing into those with kindness, and using the out breath to soften any tension you might find. And once you've found your relaxed space, next thing we're going to do is bring our focus right down to our feet in contact with the ground. And right now we're not going anywhere, we're staying right here. Staying right here in this moment in contact with the ground. This is similar to how we started the body scan and how we start the meditation on body and breath. Just checking in with areas of contact. Noticing in this case sensations of weight. Is that a similar sensation in each foot? Is your weight evenly distributed? Taking a moment just to explore that. Maybe even playing, shifting your body weight from side to side, really getting into how it feels in each foot. If you're comfortable, you could even close your eyes so you can really focus your attention on the shifting sensations in the soles of each foot. And using this to drop just a little bit deeper into the meditation. Now, maybe we can move our attention to checking out what the surface of the floor or the ground feels like beneath our feet. Maybe checking in with the temperature. Is it warm or is it cold? Maybe also checking in with the surface. Is the surface flat? Or are you on a slope? Is the surface even or uneven? Are you on a carpet or a rug? How does that feel? Are you on a tiled floor or a wooden floor? Maybe just checking in with how that feels. Are you on a forest floor? Soft grass? Or the sand of a beach? Wherever you are, whatever surface you're on, exploring how it feels on the soles of your feet. Now we're going to practice the actual walking part of the walking meditation. For this, I'm going to maybe take a few steps backwards. I'm hoping you can still see me. And if you feel comfortable, you can do this without holding onto anything. And if you're more comfortable holding onto something like a wall or a banister or a chair for stability. And what we're going to do first of all, it's like walking in slow motion. Not like walking like a man on the moon where they make big bouncy movements. Just the actual mechanics of a normal walking step, but slowed down, moment by moment, sensation by sensation, with beginner's mind. This is a bit like the raisin meditation. We walk every day, we eat every day, but when we bring it down to the moment by moment sensations, it becomes this enriching, mindful experience. So always with a friendly curiosity, and always with a focus on the sensations. What we're going to do first of all is we're going to take our weight and we're going to shift it onto our right foot, keeping the left foot still on the ground. And as you make that movement, maybe practice it a few times, just checking in with how it feels as the right foot takes on the job of supporting all of your weight, and the muscles of the leg and the body adjust to maintain your balance, and checking in with how it feels in the left foot, and that sensation of letting go, of releasing, of being free, and always bringing to this a lightness of being, a playful curiosity, just checking in with those sensations, and again closing the eyes if that's comfortable, so you can really get into exploring how this feels in the body. Now, because it's always quite healthy, check that you're still breathing. Breathing in the normal physical sense, but also breathing in the mindful sense. Checking in with your breath and your body. Are you still breathing? Are you holding your breath? Is your body still relaxed? Or are you holding any tension? Keeping your mind still on that right foot supporting your weight. Bringing awareness to the body and the breath. All connected together. All connected all the way down to that foot that's now supporting your weight. Now, we get to the walking bit. With your left leg, just slowly allow the heel to rise. Very relaxed. Slowed it down, frame by frame, movement by movement. How does it feel to lift the heel off the ground, but still have the toes connected? How does it feel as the bones and the muscles of the foot adjust in that movement, from a flat foot on the ground to a foot that's now supported on the toes. Just check in with that movement, even repeating it a few times. Oh, think about the way the toes are bending, the way the ankle is working. Checking in also with the muscles of the calf, the bending of the knee, the movement in the hip and the pelvis. And as you do this, also checking in with what's going on in the right foot. Shifting of pressure and a shifting of balance. And checking in with the muscles of the right leg, supporting the body, and the right hip as a counterbalance to the movement of the left. And maybe also checking into what's going on in your back right now with the muscles and your shoulders. So this is an interesting exercise. Going from the really teeny tiny awareness of those tiny little movements in the foot to a whole body awareness of how those little movements resonate through the whole body working together, and the breath as an anchor, and the right foot on the ground as an anchor. Now we are going to actually lift the left leg off the ground. That's quite a big change. Even just that, you feel the muscles of the left thigh engaging to lift the foot. You feel the muscles of the right leg engaging to take the full weight of the body. And remembering, if you feel any discomfort during this, I have pain in my back and my hips, so right now I'm quite present with those. Asking, can I just sit with these? Can I breathe into those sensations? Can I just observe how they rise and how they fade in the moment? Remembering that if anything becomes too overwhelming, you can just put your left foot back again and release from that sensation. Coming maybe into the breath, remembering your compassionate observer, and then when you're ready, just playing with how it feels to lift that left foot again. Maybe your hip isn't hurting quite as much as it did before. Now we're going to go with the mechanics of walking. I've got my eyes closed right now. You might have your eyes open, it doesn't matter. And you want to lift your left foot forward, just as if you're taking a step. But right now you'll notice that your body is still standing upright. And this is the interesting part of this stage of the meditation. As we begin to move the weight of the body forwards, you'll notice the weight changing in your right foot. You might even notice your toes hugging the ground, gripping the surface, as they get ready for the mechanics of moving the body's weight from the right foot to the left foot touching the ground. That's quite a big movement. Let's just roll that back, and let's just do that again. That's a whole meditation in itself. I can feel lots going on in my right foot, in my right leg muscles, in my hips, in my back. I can feel my left arm moving and flexing as it rests on the balcony balustrade, and I can feel the anticipation in my left foot as it searches for the ground with my eyes closed. It's always a bit of a surprise, using my awareness to know when my foot has touched the ground and how that feels. So just giving you a minute or two to practice that movement in your own way. So now here we are. We've still got a lot of weight on our right foot. Our left heel is touching the ground. And we're going to rock the body forwards. You might find that the heel of your right foot lifts off the ground. And as you're aware of that, checking out that movement, you might also be aware of the sole of your left foot coming into contact with the ground. And of the body moving forwards. You might feel your hips adjusting as your body comes into balance, the pelvis moving forwards, the shoulders adjusting, and completing that movement to lift the right foot off the ground, peeling from the ball of the foot through the toes, lifting the muscles of the thighs and the knee. And then there's that moment of release, of freedom, as the foot lets go all the responsibility of holding your weight. And now that's moved on to the left foot. And this is a real exercise for the brain. For all of you know how the brain works. When the left side of the body is engaged, you have the right side of the brain doing the work. And when the right side of the body is engaged, you have the left side of the brain. So this is a real workout for the brain, for the body, for your awareness. So here we are now, we've taken one step. Well done. That's it. That's the walking meditation. But what do we do now? Well, we continue the practice. Now you've practiced moving from the left foot to the right, from the right foot to the left, and you're standing here on your left foot. You know what to do now. You have all the tools you need to explore how it feels to gradually move that right leg forwards, shifting the pressure in your left foot, checking in with the movement in the body, and then eventually bringing the right foot down in contact with the earth. And while you're doing this, just play around. I'm going to give you 20 minutes just to do this meditation on your own. You could practice walking 3 steps forwards and then explore the whole sensation of turning around, feeling the mechanics of a leg reaching backwards for the ground, a bit like a ballerina, closest I'm ever going to get to being a ballerina, and how the heel of the foot lifts, twists, all the mechanics of the body turning around, maybe your arm reaching for your chair or your table that you're using for balance, and all the sensations of turning around. You might even be aware now that the sun is warming the other side of your body and on your back. And then you start off again, taking a few mindful steps in this new direction. Does it feel any different? While you're doing this meditation, as always, if any thoughts or any emotions arise, if you have any overwhelming sensations, just bringing a gentle kindness to these, bringing a sense of awareness, bringing a sense of curiosity, and saying to yourself, well done for noticing. Well done for noticing the wandering mind. Maybe just bringing the compassionate observer in and saying, oh, here is planning, or here is rumination, here is me thinking how strange it must be to be walking up and down a balcony in the south of France talking to myself while my neighbours are in their gardens wondering what on earth I'm doing. All those thoughts, recognising them, saying, well done, that's a mindful moment, and then using your practice to just let those thoughts go on their way and bringing yourself back to the physical sensations of the walking meditation. To play around with this, you could practice maybe outside on a terrace if it's daytime for you, or even if it's night. What's it like to walk up and down your terrace in the dark? You could practice moving from one room to another and going round the corner into a corridor, through a doorway. You could practice this maybe going up and down steps, being careful, of course, with your balance. You could practice this really in any way at all that opens up an opportunity to explore. And try and stay vaguely within listening distance of your computer, wherever your speakers are, because after the time is up, I will give you a guidance, and then you can come back into the present moment. So there's my guided meditation for you as a video. Now you know what to do. I might also record an audio for you that you can use if you're doing this practice yourself. And we're going to do this practice, of course, in our Zoom today. So by the end of today, you are going to be an expert on the walking meditation. So I look forward to seeing you in my Zoom. And for now, I'm going to enjoy my sunny balcony. Now I've got to work out how to turn off this recording without seeing the screen.